my creative peeps, it's Craftin' Just Because with Chris Cowan, and today we're going to be playing with the Tasteful Touches bundle, and we're going to create this cute little mini gift box. So what I did is I only used crumb cake cardstock and a little scrap of Whisper White, and we only used crumb cake ink, and then I brought in the In Good Taste elements for the leaves, keep it all very neutral looking, and then what I did is I created this box that we tied together with linen thread that you could put in a gift or candies in, push that in, and then tie it up. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, before we get started, I wanted to mention that this is the label from the bundle, and it just gave it a different dimension to the box. So I put it on the top and the bottom. And I could have made the box a tiny bit smaller so you wouldn't see the edges, but I thought it was just perfect the way it was. Okay, so if this is if you're new to following me, please, and you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button below. I will list all my information on how to get these awesome supplies by Stampin' Up! Also in my comments, and then it'll also have a link to my blog that has all the directions written down for you. So you don't need to hurry up and write them down while you're watching my video. So what you first need to do is you need to start with a piece of cardstock that is 6 inches by 8.5 inches. On the 8.5 inch side, we want to score it at 1.5, 3.5, 5.5, and 7.5. Okay, then on the 6 inch side, we want to score it at 1.5 and 4.5. Okay, next we're going to bring in our bone folder, and we're going to burnish all those score lines, and this just breaks down the fibers in the cardstock and gives you a nice crisp clean line for your project. I know I say that every time, but just in case somebody's new, I want to add that in. So this is a pretty simple box. As far as measurements go, you're just going to glue the ends in and then decorate it how you see fit, or you could copy this design. It's up to you. So what you're going to do is, this is going to be your flap piece. We're going to go ahead and cut up the score line and then over on this score line and cut those 2 triangles out. Or I said triangles, I meant rectangles. Okay, then you're going to turn it onto your long side, and you're just going to score up or cut up on each of these score lines. Okay. Then you're going to bring your corner rounder in, and you're going to round the corners for your flap. Okay. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build your sides here. I think I also want to take this piece off. I apologize. I'm taking this rectangle off too. So you're going to take the first 2 rectangles off on the side where you rounded your corners. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold in your corners just like so. So I'm going to put some glue here on the edge, and fold in your two sides, making sure your box stays nice and even on the sides. And then you're going to glue up the side piece just like this. Okay, so we're going to put in the smaller one over onto the big one. And then push up this bottom piece. Okay, so that's your box. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you are going to bring in your two labels that you cut with this bundle. And one is going to get glued down to the bottom for the base. And so I'm only going to put glue from this inner corner to the inner corner. Kind of make like a rectangle, okay? And I'm going to glue that right into the center of the box. And then I'm going to kind of flip it over inside and run my bone folder in there. Make sure it's nice and glued down. And then we're going to set that aside for a moment. We're going to bring in our stamp set and our crumb cake ink. And I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to stamp "Just Saying Hello" on my label, and I'm going to do that on the left-hand side. Just like this. And then I'm going to bring in this like pattern, little squares, and I'm just going to stamp it right along the edge here. Just like that. And then I have this scrap of Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to stamp the flower image on there. Just like that. Next, I'm going to shut my box just like that, and I'm going to add my twine around it. And I'm going to double up my twine just to give it, since it's, you know, so thin, I want to give it more of a oomph look. I've got it all messed up here. There we go. Okay. So you want about 12 inches. What I'm going to do is going to go ahead before we put that label, whoops, on. The top. I'm going to wrap this around the box. If I can get the ends together. Just like so. Man, oh man, am I having difficulty today. I'll push up that lid here in just a minute. But since I'm having so much trouble tying my bow, okay, what the heck? The beauty of being on camera. I don't think I cut my ribbon or my twine long enough. That's part of the problem. I kind of just guesstimated. There we go. Okay, so once that's done, then you're going to glue on your top. Again, only putting glue from that those inner squares to the inner squares, and I'm going to line this up. On the top. Okay, I'm gonna undo my bow because off camera I'll make it nice and pretty. And it'll also allow me to make this box flat, so I can make sure that this is on. Okay, so just like that. Now I'm going to fussy cut out my flower. And what I do when I do that is I move my paper, not so much my scissors. So when I'm curving it, see how I'm moving my paper? It'll give you a straight, crisp cut edge every single time if you do that. I love to fussy cut. Okay, so there's your floral image. And then we're going to add some dimensionals to the back. Okay, and then we want to bring in those elements of the leaves. So I'm going to pop out 2 of those smaller leaves. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to put down my flower. Just like that. And then I'm going to add a little liquid multi-purpose glue right on to the leaf where I want to tuck it in. And then whoops, my Stampin' Dimensional was in the way there. There we go. And again on this one. And you're going to have to let this set for just a moment. Oh, man. There we go. I'm not having so much luck on camera today, am I? And then if you want, you could come in with your Wink of Stella and color in your flower, which you could have done before you put it on here. But I just thought to add that here at the last minute. So there's our project for today, you guys. I'm not going to tie the bow on that one because it looks like I kind of messed up how I did that. But I will do it on this one here. So there's our project for today, you guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.